Surviving the attack, Brenda looked up at the cracked window in a daze and found that they were already in the city center. Suddenly, a soft little hand touched hers, making her lower her head to see that Silas was looking up at her. "We're safe now, Silas."
What happened to Mr. Kent? Who hurt him this time?
It's him this time, Harry. He risked his own life. He doesn't look too good, does he?
Silas! And this lady is...
Harry, this is Miss Strong. Mr. Cameron's wife.
Harry is speechless. He keeps his eyes on Brenda and dials a number.
Cameron is married. His wife is with me. Hello, my name is Harry. I'm Cameron's brother. He is the third son, whereas I'm the fourth. We usually call him the third Kent. So I guess we could call you the third wife, but that could cause certain misunderstandings.
Hello?
You're hurt. What happened?
I need to know if Cameron is okay.
Mrs. Kent, don't worry. Cameron has experienced this kind of thing countless times, and in the end, he was able to escape danger. This time, nothing will happen. He's alive.
Do you know who would want to hurt him?
I roughly know some who might. I will arrange for you to stay in the hospital, Mrs. Kent.
If you have any news on Cameron, please let me know immediately.
Where? Where is Mrs. Kent? Little Silas! Okay, so where is Mrs. Kent?
The person you are looking for is me.
Hello, I'm sorry, Mrs. Kent. I'm Martin. What happened to your forehead?
I got into a fight today.
Mrs. Kent, where did you get married to Cameron? Why didn't we hear any news before? We thought Cameron was going to be single for the rest of his life.
I'll be right here.
Who is that? Is this about Cameron?
Mrs. Kent, you're worrying too much. One of my patients has a problem. You rest here for a while. I'll see you in a bit.
Harry's footsteps were very quick, knocking on Brenda's heart. She knew deep down that Harry was lying. Brenda panicked and felt her hands and feet turn cold.
Mrs. Kent, what's wrong?
Martin, can you help me do something?
Anything for my brother's wife.
Follow Harry and see where he went, then come back and tell me. I have a bad feeling. Before Martin can go, Brenda notices Harry walking at a distance. She walks up to him. Harry, is Mr. Kent all right?
Mrs. Kent, don't worry. He only suffered minor injuries.
I don't believe you. I want to see him right now.
He hasn't woken up yet.
I have to see him. Harry had no choice but to bring Brenda to the ICU. Through the glass, she could see Cameron lying on the hospital bed. His face was covered with an oxygen mask, and he did not move at all. Where is his injury?
The bullet went through his back, but it missed his heart.
And you said he only has light injuries? When will he wake up?
Mrs. Kent, follow me. I will arrange for you to be hospitalized as promised.
No, I want to stay here and wait for Cameron to wake up.
Please come with me, Mrs. Kent. Also, Silas is still a child. His physical resistance is weak. Do you want him to stay in a place with a lot of bacteria for the night?
Brenda was tired. As soon as her head touched the pillow, she fell into a deep sleep. When she opened her eyes, it was already the next day. Brenda looked at the unfamiliar environment in a daze and remembered Cameron, which made her sit up straight a little too quickly.
Mrs. Kent, you are awake?
Is Cameron awake?
Yes, he woke up last night.
I have to see him. Please take care of Silas for me. Brenda enters the room and finds Cameron's bed empty. She checks the bathroom. Oh my God, I'm sorry. I didn't do it on purpose.
Come in.
What?
Don't make me repeat myself.
Brenda felt a chill on her back and could only turn her face to the other side. She walked in awkwardly with her eyes glued to the cold tiled floor.
Take off my pants.
What? Cameron, you're still injured. I don't know what's going on in your mind right now.
What do you think I want to do? I have very little strength right now. Can you help me take off my pants?
She didn't have a dirty mind until she met him. Is it off?
Yes.
Are you all right? Cameron leaned on her shoulder and there was a deadly temptation. A trace of regret flashed in the man's eyes. This woman had easily provoked his desire again and again. This kind of situation had happened once before, but that was 4 years ago. That night, he did not even see the girl's face clearly. Cameron?
Ugh. Please be careful. The wound is open.
What? Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Help me out.
Cameron, you're injured. You need to control your desires.
We didn't.
Shut up!
Mrs. Kent, don't worry. Cameron will be fine. However, I will be busier in 2 days. I might not be able to take care of him. At that time, I will have to trouble you to watch over him.
I would do it gladly.
Brenda, help! He's gone crazy!
Where's Silas? Silas appears and runs toward her to hug her.
Sorry, Mrs. Kent. It was I who did not take good care of Silas.
Seeing their harmonious and intimate relationship, Martin had already cried in the toilet. Why did Silas not like him and only liked Mrs. Kent? She was not his biological mother. Brenda and Silas enter the hospital. A suspicious-looking man dressed in black exits the hospital. He gives Brenda a hard stare. Brenda couldn't get the image of the man out of her head. She knows she's seen him before, but where? Is Aunt June somehow responsible for this? Brenda and Silas were about to reach Cameron's ward. Just as she was about to enter, she heard a faint conversation coming from inside. Brenda stops.
I think it's because he saw Richard take action this time, so he can't wait any longer.
This time, he was ruthless and hired so many gunmen. He wanted to kill Cameron. It could be seen that he was desperate.
This couldn't only be his handiwork.
Cameron, who do you think would be helping him with this?
Someone familiar. Somebody has been following me. Not just me, I think even Brenda.
So, it's a spy. It's best if I don't catch him, or else I'll definitely do something rash.
Silas lets go of Brenda's hand and runs in to see his father. Silas, wait!
Silas! Mrs. Kent, please come in.
I didn't mean to interrupt, but
Since you're part of the family now, there are some things you need to know.
I think I know the man you're talking about. I've seen him before. Brenda's statement leaves Martin and Henry stunned. How does Brenda know the man? The brothers still couldn't figure out why their father chose her to be Cameron's wife. Does she know more than they know? Is she a threat to the Kent family?
Hi, Brenda here. Hope you are loving Love Bargain. Keep following us as we release a new episode of Season 1 daily on YouTube. You can jump the queue and unlock all seasons of the audio series by installing the Pocket FM app now. Just click on the link in the description. To watch the next episode of Season 1, tap here, and to watch the full Season 1, click on the playlist.